The two are walking, which is Glenn Farfinger and Curly Joe. No, not Curly Joe. The Abbot. Curly Joe is like lost somewhere in the maze somewhere. The two are walking through the maze and find the swashbuckler. Oh, swashbuckler! What swashbuckler? Remember us? Oh, it's you. It's you, Abbott. Oh yeah. I remember you too. You're kind of being kind of troublemakers, but you two seem pretty polite right now. Uh, we must ask, where is our friend Curly Joe? He kind, he looks like someone from the Three Stooges. Well, actually, he was from the Three Stooges. Well, here at Saturn Ground, sometimes we have personalities that look like celebrities, but they're actually different people. We just went into a phone book swashbuckler and found people the same name. That's what we do. I wouldn't know what's a phone book. A swashbuckler. I don't know where these people are. I don't know who this person is. Okay. Swashbuckler, we have another question. Do you know Dark Milo? Oh, he's the governor. Yeah, he's the governor of all that's around us. Yeah, he's a good guy. I don't question his motives and his practices. And wow, he's a villain. He's evil. I don't know what that is. What is evil? What is good? Oh no, he doesn't even know the difference. Well, Glenn, we just need to kind of work with him. I think he's actually, this swashbuckler guy is a fictitious character. He isn't real. He's been made by Milo and, the quantum computer and all that. He's just an NPC. Just an NPC, so we gotta be easy on him. Oh, all right. So, I do have to ask the question. Can we ask for an appointment with Dark Milo? Why? Of course, I'm sure that could be done. Meanwhile, back to Curly Joe. Joe is trying to rock climb. Boy, I never tried rock climbing before. This is going to be kind of fun. Boy, this is not very easy. It would be better if there was a rope and a rope comes down to him. Oh, it's a rope. And we climb up here but then he meets Jimmy Stewart. Oh, it's me. Hello, sir. What's your name and stuff? All right, my name's Jimmy Stewart. How you doing? I like to play Two Worlds. Of course, it's been years since I've been on a Saturday Ground production show. Oh, what are you doing out here? Oh, wow. Okay, well, Joe, actually, we're going, I see that fortress over there, that fortress, and, over there, and I want to go in that fortress. It kind of looks kind of neat. Oh, cry! Wow, I can take you there. Of course, I can take you to that fortress. It's a good place to be. You got a good salad bar. So they go inside a fortress, and then back at the cave, Abba and Glenn keep looking for Joe. But there is a new horror waiting for the two. We really must find Curly Joe, Glad I. Yeah, he's really kind of comedy relief. Since you come on, you're kind of like both. I think you may have actually. I hope Mr. Pennypacker doesn't know about you because we may have just lost our jobs. And I don't know. It's getting really scary out here. What? There's some kind of new horror waiting for us. What is it? That's what I'm talking about here. You could be like really normal and stuff, and then all of a sudden you go crazy. I can't compete against that. I can act kind of like dumb in a way, but it's like I can't compete against that. Yeah, well, I don't know what new horror's coming here, but we're gonna just go ahead and play some video games. That would be fun. Well, Joe, more Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, we never really explain how you found me, because now we're playing the game. And, well, Joe, when we play the game, that's kind of like in a dimension of its own, and makes a level 3 poison. Still haven't figured out how to do the alchemy and stuff. It really would help if we looked this stuff up. But that's the problem. We're not really playing this very seriously. We're just sort of playing this, just playing it, and I'm glad we're like that. We don't want to. It's actually in recent times we've actually it's only been in like recent times that we've actually started to like use walkthroughs and stuff. Like there was a game we did, and it'll be for Saturngrad Productions in the future, where we do like a complete let's play of like Shadowgate and Deja Vu, and that we used guides on because we were actually fairly serious about it. It won't be for Farfinger Gaming though, but it'll be for the future. So it's really crazy how like with the Saturngrad stuff, how it's like Joe, sometimes we'll do a show and we'll set up for like 2 years away. I'll just say to you folks at home, there's sometimes plans to go 5 years in the future. Like we're really into our imaginations and this stuff here. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but we end up sitting on this screen for a little too long. And it goes on and goes on. And I know, like, back when Frater was around, he wouldn't be able to really put up with this, like, commentating on this. Because it's slow, and it takes a long time. Because you see what it is. It keeps telling me, oh, you leveled up. And we're like, well, what do we go to? And, of course, you'd think, well, how about the character sheet or something, Because we're trying to think of things in a Baldur's Gate kind of way. We said gate, not gay. You can't get canceled. We're trying not to get canceled, Joe. We try to do the best we can, I gotta ask the question because, now we got a huge elephant in the room and it's not a snuggle. Well, it's a good thing, Joe. Those things get feral. Now, I know there's kids at home that were like, why when I was growing up, snuggle-wumpuses were so loving. Actually, they can get very feral. So if you see one coming at you, I tell you do this, throw maple syrup all over it because it screws with its programming. Now we got these ugly monsters, and they are ugly. I gotta say, they generally are very ugly. There's two of them. That's freaking crazy. Oh, no, it was the same one. He just went right through me, and I had to actually turn around. And I hate when enemies do that. I feel like it'd be one thing if they kind of bumped into you, but not be able to like go right through you. You know, it's really beautiful. You know. Uh-oh. Lost my train of thought. There's a lot of things going ahead. We're talking about the Snuggle Wumpa Bush. We got to backtrack here. Start talking about 20, 30, 40 things, which is good because it gets through the game's commentary. You know, you can just start talking about every little thing. Joe, do you remember you were talking about Snuggle Wumpa Bushes, and then we got lost. It's that classic Saturn Grodd dementia right there, start talking about something weird, and that becomes the whole line there. And Freyr gets mad too because he hates anything gets derailed. It doesn't matter if it's a Bible study. It doesn't matter if it's a TV show, whatever. Podcasts are the worst. He hates podcasts because he says podcasts work good when you only have like two people. But if you have another person, you have 3-4 people, all those people have to get their time in. They have to, because they you could see in their face, they're like, I got dead air, and you could literally almost see them looking at the clock on their screen going, I've had this amount of dead air in this podcast, and my name is attached to this podcast. So what'll happen is the other three are in a conversation about something that doesn't have to do with one of the guys, and it drives them nuts because it's like they gotta like talk about stupid stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the podcast. Like the PKA podcast, that happens all the time where Woody, like, the Kyle will be talking about his like prison stories, and they're like amazing, high quality podcast content at its best. But guess what happens? Woody doesn't have those stories. He doesn't know how to. I mean, I think initially he did with those kinds of stories. He did have like things to say and all that. But then as the time goes on, he's already gotten those kinds of questions and responses. So he doesn't really know what to do. So he just says stupid stuff that he thinks is funny, and it kind of is actually more designed to derail the conversation, because then it's like he can try to, it's kind of like if someone was having a conversation and you screamed, Bigfoot is on a skateboard right now in the middle of the city, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to derail the conversation really hard. And because what it will do is you got two choices. You either be rude and ignore what that guy just said just so they can continue on the conversation, or two, which will probably make him leave the show eventually, because he'll just say, well, we're not stealing swords, but so, I'm starting to get derailed myself here. But this guy. Hey, he's really concerned for us. He's like, I just love you. Why do you not play my game enough? And he's saying, why do they always derail each other on that podcast? I really like the stories. And then that other guy just always brings up the stuff that has nothing to do with anything. I know, little kitty, I know. He doesn't look at his face. He loves you so much, but you won't play his game. He's like, I can see, like, that's the face that should be on your dashboard, like, 24/7. And say you're going to select Starfield, and it's finally out, and it's, of course, it is out by the time this show comes out. But you're about to select it, and this picture comes up. And he's like, but there's Elder Scrolls Online. And so you go, well, I need room for more games, Mr. Kitty, so I'm going to uninstall your game. And the picture just zooms in on the kitty's face, and he's crying. He's like, please don't uninstall my game. I got nowhere else to go. Oh, poor kitty. We can't do that to him, Glenn. Oh, we can't. I think we should keep ESO on the dashboard. I don't know. It's kind of fun. You could just go in and screw around, and there's some kind of pagan junk there. Oh, I can't swear. It's got fun monsters. And actually, they brought back dragons with this expansion. And you got the Karate Kid right here, practicing and stuff. That's just fun stuff right there. And we are making our way through here, and make your way through this world here. I know you're going to say, when are you going to go into Jerry's house? We tried to do it, but we can't break the lock. We're not very good at this. I think it's because you got to get your lock pick up, and we tried to do the auto lock, the auto lock thing, and we don't understand. They give you they made it a lot harder with lock picking in this game, by the way. They've really made it a lot harder compared to the normal Elder Scroll games. And I don't know. We just suck at it. Sometimes in life there's going to be something you suck at. And then you press down on each one, then they give you 10 seconds. Great. I'm not very good, and I just broke a pick, and they only give you the 10 seconds. I don't understand. So, you know what? We just rage quit. We just don't do that ever again. And unfortunately, it kind of happened to me when I first started playing this game. There was a quest where you had to go in and stop some assassins or something, and I don't know, the game, I think it kind of glitched or something, or I wasn't leveled up enough, I think. Yeah, I didn't have enough skills, and I just kept losing and losing, and really the game didn't give me anything else, as far as well, you could do this instead, and you could build yourself up, and I didn't know what I was doing. It's become more Elder Scrolls as time's gone on, so it's generally a lot better. So, yeah. So, yeah, what are you doing with you? Well, we had to go back to town, Joe, because we had to sell some of this junk, and you got to do that, If you don't sell that junk, you can't get more junk. You got to sell junk to get more junk so you can sell more junk. That's the way the whole grind is. We're fighting dire wolves. Some games I've played, dire wolves are the thing to be feared. I mean, they take a lot of health out of you. This game, it's not that bad. It's pretty easy as far as the dire wolves. And of course, classic problem of enemies. They go right through you, and then they're right behind you now, and it's kind of a problem. And like I said, if you just wanna just kind of go fight enemies and stuff, and you're not paying a monthly subscription. You're just this game is perfect because then it gives you that MMO, you want. And I generally will be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of MMOs because if for whatever reason they decide, well, the business isn't there anymore, they're going to shut the servers down, and then all you got is your memories. Where if you got a game on disc, you could keep playing that game on disc. Like even if the multiplayer, like for example, when they shut the servers down for like the original Demon Souls game, when they shut those servers down, where you can't have, the player interactions anymore, players invading you, and you know what I mean, all that stuff, it's okay because you can still keep playing it, and but understand with an MMO, or a game that's tied to DRM, that's it. That is literally it for you. That eventually, you play this now, but eventually, that you really, that's why you want to get these physical versions of these games, because, especially with Nintendo, with Nintendo games, they do it all the time when they shut down servers and things like that, and they don't care. They don't care that you can't, can't access things anymore. They just don't care. Okay, so continuing to wander around here, fighting monsters and whatever, mud crabs and you think about, really, if you think about it a little, like, dead air isn't really gonna hurt anything. Depends how big your audience is. Like we have no audience, so it allows a level of freedom. Like you kind of can sit back and let the footage play itself. Like there was one episode, poor Billy. Me and Billy kind of decided, well, it wasn't very fun. We were commentating over Diablo 2. And we decided, we kind of decided, why don't, instead of commentating it, we just let it play out with full audio, and we did that. And the world didn't end, but because the way we saw it is, well, you got the little bit of an intro there, and that was kind of where we were I think me and Billy were just getting burned out doing this, like, fortunately I didn't know he was going to have such a heel turn. Snuck up on you, huh? So, I like how the guy was pulling his bow back, and I went right behind him like that, and he's like, "Whoa, where did you go?" I'm still gonna shoot in that direction, though. You know, can you do any mining or anything? Whoa, that's a dragon. What? Hey, I didn't know there's dragons in the game. Well, Joe, yeah, there is, but normally in some provinces they don't have them all, but here they do, and I just saw one fly right by, and I don't, I think we're a little, well, see, I'm getting mad because we're fighting this guy, and he's really trying to fight us, and I'm like, look, buddy, I want to investigate the dragon. Oh man, he keeps like, some of these lower level characters, like it's just a pain in the ass, in these MMOs, like, and if you ignore them, they're gonna keep coming after. See that they're all coming after me now. It's not fair. Like I want to explore the dragon. That's content. Like these people have already seen these two guys, and they're really taking a lot of health. And it's because the game is like going. Yeah, it's because you're starting to have fun. We got to stop that. Jeez, it takes so much out of you. I'm going to be like DSP. I'm going to start complaining, but it's because I have a right to complain because I want to investigate that dragon, and the game is going, look, I'm going to just spawn stuff and have you fight this because it's non-tent. We need to have non-tent on this stream. Well, and that's good. It's time. Time is done here, Show's done. And more of these guys. Again, like I'm going, where's that dragon? Well, he's gone now because the game starts spawning these stupid idiots. We might as well let one of them just kill our character just to be like, well, see there, we can't have nice things anymore. Well, the show's done. See you, folks.